All right. What's that? Okay, welcome in to Soul Spark Tarot. I'm your host, Mr. Renault. And today we got our daily message. So let's see what's going on for today. Let's see what the energetic vibes are like. And yeah, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what's good with you. And yeah, if you're in America, happy Independence Day. Woo! Just like when we emancipate ourselves from the ties of the old, we are free. And we're free to do certain things that we couldn't before. So, yep, let's celebrate this day. For those who can't. With that being said, let's start the yapping. What's up? I woke up feeling pretty good today. Ain't nothing too crazy going on. But I did want to mention, yesterday, I was up working on this. Had to do an executive business plan yesterday, and for a company of my choice. And that's it. I'm done with that shit. Finally, I'm happy. But with that, I had to make a promotion presentation, pretty much a sales ad, so I can try to convince them, and I got back to editing my videos again, and I didn't do too much crazy, but that shit was just so fucking hilarious to me. I just could not stop fucking laughing. I could not stop laughing because I did that shit funny on purpose. But it's just like when I was watching me be me, it was just so funny to me because it's like, damn, I really would do this. And I really did it. And so the fact that I really would and I really did, and I don't know what these people would see that video as, but it's just it's a mock video, so I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was so funny, it just kept me rolling. But in the middle of it, I was just like, damn, and ooh, and sheesh. So I felt good with what I was saying. I think it sounded really good. I mean, if I was the CEO, I'll probably look at me like, let me hit this nigga up, And that's the cool thing because I am a professional, even if I say shit that won't seem to be professional. That is what we call organizational culture. And so, there's this dude on YouTube, I don't know his name, but, Agent Ratliff is what he calls himself, and he has OSHA Cares Diversity Affairs, and what he does is he take real complaints from people right on their jobs, real out of compliance things, and then he goes up there with his name, badge number, everything, super consistent, and he addresses the problem. But because most people don't fucking listen and all they hear is OSHA, they're like, oh shit, OSHA is here. They're about to do an audit on us. So they start freaking out. But to me, it's just funny because he's doing a real job. But he says in there, at OSHA Cares Diversity Affairs, this is how we talk. And if you're going to sit here and demean your employees, I'm going to call that bullshit the fuck out. Oh, don't you be cussing at me. I don't give a fuck what you say. And so address the problem. Why are these employees not being paid? And so little things like that just, it keep me fucking laughing because for real, I mean, I don't care what I look like in my own personal life. I don't care what my authenticity looks like when you are not understanding who I am at that moment. Again, if I'm partying, why would you think that would be professional me? It wouldn't be. Why would you even try to consider those two things to be similar? Why would you judge me over here versus over there? I mean, if I'm playing beer pong, don't judge me on my ability to teach math. What? judge my shot, bro, and how well I can bounce this ball in this cup. That's what the fuck you need to be focused on, context. So I just found that video to be funny because I'm a pretty hilarious dude. You know, I like to laugh and shit. I like to feel good, and feeling good is laughing. And I got like a download, I think, the other day, and it was like, or maybe I heard something, but it was like, yeah, your ancestors, they love certain things. So like the energy that you exude from yourself, these are the things that they love. And so when you're laughing, they can feel the laughter even more because it's emitting from you. And the cool thing about that is when you have like the deep, hearty laughs, again, it just goes to the depths of you. So I like that it was saying that, and I thought that was a pretty cool understanding. The same thing with singing. You know, if you're singing, you love and you sing your heart out as you're driving kind of thing, they love that concert. And that's how I always see anytime I'm singing in the car, doing some car karaoke. Country. All of these karaoke's that we do it in the car, I just imagine myself as putting on a show. And, you know, to get real deep with it, I take it as a memory, a core memory of when I used to sing for my Granny Lou. And, you know, I love Lou. I have the most pictures and things with her. She came and supported me the most out of like all my family. And then I had my great granddaddy. And, you know, he passed when I was real little, but again, I know he's with me all the time. I feel his presence always. And he used to call me Kalo. Couldn't find out. Kalo, it's like a Irish name, and it means, I mean, Kyle or kill, that in and of itself means a narrow straight. So I've always walked that narrow straight path, meaning when I deviate, things happen like more harshly and more quickly for me. And the same thing when I'm on the path, things happen more quickly and more abundantly for me. So it's like I really got to walk this fine line, you know, and even in my name it says it, but these people are the ones who allowed me to be myself, even when I'm singing, even when I'm dancing, even when I'm doing nothing, even when I'm being an asshole. You know, they were the ones who helped me see myself. So at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to do this, you know, be myself, show myself, and then at the end, hopefully those who appreciate all the different selves that they can see will really vibe with me and, you know, support me. So, yeah, if I had to say anything, and love your independence today. Love the fact that you guys can be you, and you can be you again. And then you can continue to change that version of you because you're just learning about more of your internal self. And that internal self is for eternity. So never forget that you can always be you. And never forget that you can always learn a new you too. So that being said, let's jump into this reading. I don't want to take an hour with this one. I realized I have longer readings because I wait to read. So if I was to read more often, then I think my readings would be more short. So let's see if we can establish that today. So, all right, let's start the reading. Alright, sorry, I had to pray over the cards. One more. Alright, so what is our overall energy for today? What's our energy for today? What do we need to know for this day? What do we need to know for this day? What do we need to know? What's the energy like? What's the energy like? Alright. Retirement. All right. So, I like that already. I'm just, getting vibes based upon the old you. Again, stepping into your independence. You're retiring the old you who was not independent. Maybe you were codependent. Maybe you had a form of interdependency, you know, within your environment. So now you got to change and become independent of your environment. Maybe you got to be independent of a thought. Maybe you got to retire a person. Maybe you got to retire some energy of the past. But either way, when you retire these things, I think it's going to be okay for you. Let's make an adjustment. I was trying to do this yesterday, but let's do it now. Sorry. Alright, so y'all can see that a little better. Okay. So we got retirement. What else do we got here? Okay. And then what else? Our last card for us. Alright, so we got retirement, we don't know, and then there's an end of an era. We got volunteer at the bottom of the deck. And so for me, this is already screaming that you gotta give something up. And I think it's more so predicated upon you giving up something that you don't think that you need to actually give up. So let me say that backwards. So most of the time we feel like we need to get rid of things, but I feel like you've been trying to get rid of things that you can keep. And so the things that you can keep are now making new space, and I think you just need to retire a mindset about the things that you felt you need to get rid of. So for me, I don't really like to drink. I don't really like to smoke. There's certain things in certain time frames that just make me, not really all about that shit anymore. When I was young, all day. That's why I gave my example with the beer pong. I was crazy. I would go wild, and that's because I was around people who, again, who made me feel like that was the way I needed to be. And so I think we're ending the era. So like if you are, let's say, a recovering alcoholic, you can have a drink, because guess what? You not having any drinks is just taking a part of yourself away. Now, I've already said this before. If you don't want to drink, still go buy the shit and then give it as a offering. Go pour some out for the homies. Again, volunteer that alcohol for not you. You got to volunteer yourself to go buy it, but you can go and offer it to somebody. You can buy somebody a shot at the bar or something. It's up to you. So, what I'm saying is that even if it feels like you can't do something, I'm sure you can. And once you give yourself that opportunity, now you have the real work. The real work is you understanding how you can incorporate that need, that desire, that vitality, that energy. You can look to see how you can change that energy for your own benefit. Transmutation. But you have to put an end to the idea of all things are bad that are bad for me. No, this is a world of moderation. Going back to my example of walking that fine line, with my name, that again, my name is Mr. Coach Henson, but knowing that the Kyle part refers to a narrow straight or narrow path, it is important to know that when you're on the path is being constantly balanced, okay? So as I'm walking left, right, I'm on this side, I'm on that side, I'm on this side, I'm on that side. That is the key. And so I'm in my dark, I'm in my light. I'm in my dark, I'm in my light. I'm in the old era, I want to retire the old era. Ending the era and retiring something, those are two of the same shit. So what is the bridge in between? What are we deviating between? What is being balanced as we end and then as we retire? Again, because to end something is to cease it, but to retire something is to put it up. So again, this is like I'm going to end this sandwich and I'm going to eat it completely, kind of thing. And then over here, I'm going to retire this sandwich. I'm going to put half up for later. You know, so to me, it's something that you wanted to end, but now it needs to just be retired. So again, if I was to take my example, like I always like to give, because I used to be a fucking alcoholic. Again, if I want to drink a 30 pack, if I'm drinking 430 racks a week, you know, that's $80 a week at that time. So I'm like, okay, cool. But to end that era of $80 a week, 430 racks a week, guess what? I need to reduce it down to $40 a week and only 2. Okay, that is me ending the era because I no longer do the 4. I no longer spend the 80. But jumping into the retirement side, if I was to retire that means I can bring this back up. So maybe if, let's say I'm at a wedding, I wouldn't mind dropping 80 bones, you know, and then going ahead and buying for probably be 3 now, but buying those 40 or those 30 racks and then bringing myself out of retirement. Again, that person who used to do it all the time, that person is no longer here. We enter that era, but we can bring that era out of retirement for this moment. And again, I know this is sounding crazy, but to me, it's leading, as I'm getting my intuitive hits, it's leading towards childhood issues. Your childhood traumas, you're not a kid no more, bro. And so because you're not a kid, that era is already ended. But you can bring things out of retirement from your childhood. And so if I need to go get myself a stuffy because you never had a stuffed animal and you've always had wanted a stuffed animal, then the idea is you can now take care of that kid who no longer can receive that. Again, 12-year-old you, 6-year-old you cannot get the stuffy. But 28-year-old you could get the stuffy, so that 12-year-old and that 6-year-old can feel good. So those 12-year-old and 6-year-old feelings that you retired or that you ended, they can come out of retirement as you while you're 28, and then you can start to do something with it. I don't know what we need to do with it. It says volunteer, so it is energy of willingness. But let's see. What is the in-between between both? Got this big ass black bird that just popped up here. Big ass black bird. Let me see if I can see it. See that? Damn. Anyways. Alright, so what's our middle card? New career. Alright, so we know career is obviously a career, but you got to think career is the Ace of Wands. Career is wand energy. It's passion. It is things you want to do. So you ended an era on some part of your career, some passion, some aspect of yourself that you used to do. And now the new career is asking you to either go and retire it, bring it out of retirement, take something from the past, make it into a new career so it can retire you. There is something in regards a new career, but the newness implies action. The newness implies people. The newness implies old you in a new form. And this new form might be retired. Again, it might be old drinking you who now is able to, let's say, sell alcoholic products, or you make your own brand of vodka or something. What I'm saying is you can do something different with what was in the past. And again, I think it's something that was retired, opposed to this being something to lead you to retirement. I think you're bringing something out of retirement for a new career. But let's find out some more. So tell me about new career. Courage. So you're starting a new career. You're doing something new. You're going somewhere new. Tell me about the end of an era. End of an era. Join in. Let me get one more. This shit keep popping up. So, new exercise program. We're joining in on this. Okay, so maybe you stopped doing a certain thing, and maybe that thing needs to be back in your life. Maybe you need to take some courage to create this new thing as a career. So for me, I love talking, and that's why I'm here talking, but I love advising, I love helping, I love giving solutions to people. And so on the technical side, I've been trying to do it as a life coach. But on the non-technical side, I'm just a motherfucker talking to people whenever I get a chance to, whenever I get an opportunity to help somebody clear out their emotions. So for me, I'm seeing me do all of this all the time, and it's no longer retired. But the cards being here is another way for me to do it, which is, again, another significator of me bringing something out of retirement. Let's get one for retirement. We got 3 for retirement. So it says religion and spirituality, get some rest, in adult children. So you adult children who have now been sleeping on certain things of religion and spirituality can now come out and be the cause of your retirement. So in other words, you're helping people in a new way, in a way that will allow you to change. I've been trying to do a physical fitness program because I believe that that program will help you see your physical body, see your non-physical body, aka your spirit body, your emotional body, and your mental body. There's 3 non-physicals to the physical, but this is what I'm trying to get people to do. Again, I don't want to just be a personal trainer like I said before. I want to train the holistic aspects of you. And again, that is what I think is going on. The era is ending of you doing things in an old traditional way. So again, if you're an alcoholic, instead of being an alcoholic consumer, be an alcoholic merchant. Be an alcoholic producer. Be an alcoholic innovator. Again, have the courage to transmute that energy into a new career. Because at the end of the day, you still need courage either way. And if the things that bring you courage and happiness and joy and pleasure, all those childhood enjoyments, those things are in what we call the negative state, again, there's ways around that. And so, as an adult, you have new ways to think. As a person who can sleep on rest on certain things, that means you have an ability to receive. And when you can receive, that means that you can be tapped into your own religion, your own spirituality, your own guides, your own energetic aspects that will lead you to changing something of the past or bringing something out from the past. So again, coming out of retirement or hanging something up. But if I was to use my alcoholic example, instead of you being a brewer, now you can create a couple of bars, a couple of restaurants, a couple of different areas that will help you take what you did in the past and put it into the future. So if I had to bring this to another example, if I was to use alcohol in, let's say, a festival as an example, now you are a vendor. Now you're a vendor. So that's a whole new point of view. You're moving towards new aspects. So let me get one overall message and then we'll get out of here. You're gracefully aging. And if we got more to say, we'll come back and talk about it later. I woke up this morning, got a little dose of Miss Lonnie. So, Silver Eyes, or that 1C Lonnie, you can go check her out. She be doing her thing. Nice young lady. She be looking good too. But there's a lot of tarot readers who be looking good, but I like their messages, and she's not, there's people, I feel like I kind of be in that same boat. There's people who read all the time, and they kind of give out the same messages, but even when I've watched them over time, I like the ones who are up to date with the energies. And Lonnie, she's one who's pretty up to date with the energies. She does a lot of different readings, and so for me, I like watching her because of that vibe right there. There's other people like Saltwater Hills Tarot. Again, I've been paying attention to her since I fucking first started. And guess what? she's still bringing out those good vibes, and she's always on point. And even though we might seem to be the same, it's really not. So let's get these final messages and let's see what's good. Those two readers are great. If you don't know them, go check them out. Obviously, I'll keep calling people out because I like to watch and I like to promote. And I hope that people are learning that it's okay to do the same thing on the flip side. So, what is our final message of the day? What is our final message for this reading? Again, people, happy Independence Day. In that era, step into that new career and get to your retirement. All right. For final messages. I was about to start yapping about yesterday. That shit was crazy, man. Yesterday. I found a bunch of other readers online or when I was scrolling on YouTube who also was catching on to that super sexual energy. But yeah, I was ready to fuck yesterday. Today I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty reserved and chill. I mean, of course, you know, I'm not in a lustful state today. I'm in a let's go take a walk in the forest and then have a picnic kind of vibe. And then maybe we'll, do some foreplay. But I ain't in the mood just to like be an animal. I'm just chilling. So yeah, I don't know how y'all feeling today, but yep, that's me. I'm not overcome with waves of desire. So, all right, that's our final message. Judgment. So just like yesterday, we're judging the things in between. Judgment is afoot. We got the 10 of Pentacles here, so this is definitely monetary, career-based, because it's the Pentacles. So maybe somebody is going to make a judgment call on you. I just split the deck on her death. Maybe somebody is going to make a judgment call on you and say, that's my one. That's my dude. That's my guy. I would do anything. I'm going to support them because I know that there's going to be even exchange. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down, but we all got to do a dualistic exchange. If I can give to him, she can give to me. If I can give to her, well, then she can give to me when we're low. And then if I can give to her, she can give to me when we're up. I expect her to give to me, and then I give back to her when we're down, and she can get to me, then I can give back to her when we're up. So we're constantly in this 4 square area, okay? This area of 4 different places. And when we're in these 4 areas, different places, we can support each other always. Strength is showing, and the moon is showing. So to me, it's really about calling judgment on the things that you want to end. Again, you got 10 different areas right here you can focus on. You can end some of those things, but the idea is which one of these things that we already did end, can we bring back into retirement, out of retirement? I said yesterday that I wasn't going to wear gray shirts, because it was showing me all sweaty and shit. And then here I am wearing a fucking gray shirt. And I'm not that sweaty. I'm not that sweaty. So, yeah, I think that was a pretty good one. It was short, sweet, to the point. And guess what? I'll see you next time. Peace.